Welcome back. It's always a pleasure to welcome new friends and new partners to the Mountain Views program here at Park City Television. Of course, we're just about ready next week, as a matter of fact, to celebrate our 1-year anniversary partnership with Deerfield Media, who have brought so many opportunities for us here at PCTV. And this evening, we're going to introduce you to a fellow who is a part of our community here in Park City. He has a great deal of experience in the events world, and he is going to bring that expertise to our calendar here in Greater Park City. It is a pleasure from Mountain Media Entertainment to introduce you to Hosea Bynum. How are you, my friend?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thanks for joining us here at Park City Television. It's great to have you on board.
Happy to be here.
It's good stuff. Tell folks a little bit about yourself. You and I have met and chatted a little bit, but we're still new. Tell us about your background.
We have. So I've been out here in Park City a little more than 3 years. I have kind of worked around the city in the hotel and restaurant area, and I felt like I've gone out and I've seen the scene, and I feel like there's always a repetition. Like, we see the same artists every year, the same group brings the same people, and coming from Scottsdale, we are very fortunate and very lucky to see a diversity of talent, of different types of genres, whether it be comedy, jazz, big band. And I feel like Park City kind of lacks that a little bit. I've done a couple focus groups, and that's kind of the feedback I've gotten. I have done this space in Scottsdale before and sold off the company. And so now here I am. Me and a partner are starting it up again and trying to kind of bring that liveliness here to Park City.
And you talked about comedy and jazz. Talk about your affinity for those two particular forms of entertainment.
We don't see it too often. We may get some, comedics that come up at maybe one weekend out of the year, 2 weekends out of the year, kind of what I see. And I feel like that's something that we lack here in Park City and the diversity in music. And so kind of want to give the community more options. And so, the business is based around 3 things: people, the community, and then obviously the business itself. The people being the people here in Park City, the people who we work with, the people who we hire on, the venues we work with, the community, because I do want to give back, sure. And then obviously the company itself, making it here in Park City.
Indeed. Now, are you establishing specific relationships with venues? Are you staying open with respect to venue choices?
I'm staying open to everybody. I do want to create that relationship with certain venues who I've already kind of reached out with, and we're very early in the stages of really locking something in with those venues, but I am completely open. I think that diversity is a good thing. For a comedy club, I think that should be a little bit more intimate when you bring in something, for comedy. But then big band, you need a little bit more space, a little bit more room if you want to dance and enjoy. So yeah, so I'm keeping it very open, very diverse to everything. Very cool.
Talk a little bit, because I'm always curious to follow along with kind of the way the cycles work across a year, from winter and what the dynamics are of it being, a different climate in the wintertime, not as much outdoors. But talk about the difference between winter and summer for you.
And it took me about a year and a half to really kind of develop what the scene is. I've learned, and obviously we all know that the clientele out here in Park City is significantly different in the winter than it is during the summer. And so planning on the months, working around Sundance and having coached at Park City, myself coached Park City basketball, I've seen them work around all different types of scheduling and, seen the Echoes getting booked out. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I'm not going to lie about that, but I feel like it can be certainly overcome. The skiing is really drawing people's attention here, and the attraction is here. And, now that we're here as well, I think that we can really help the community and bring in the diversity.
Fantastic. What do you like to do when you're not working, building up the company, do that sort of thing?
I follow basketball quite a bit. Like I said, last year I did coach at Park City High as their sophomore coach under Mike Doliak, and that was a lot of fun. And I become a jazz fan. I can't lie. I can't lie. I've become a jazz fan. I told myself that, I'm from Detroit. I'm a Lions, Pistons fan. I moved out of here from Scottsdale, so Phoenix is kind of my second home. I told myself I'm not going to become a jazz fan. I'm a Suns fan, but I can't lie. The atmosphere is great. I love going to Jazz games, and it's fantastic. So I am a big Jazz fan now.
Isn't it funny? And I've had a similar experience in that, on one hand, I like to maintain my loyalties. I grew up outside of Chicago, so hashtag Jumpman, of course. The GOAT. Still the GOAT. Sorry, Bron. In any case, that's a conversation for another time. But there is something important in supporting the hometown team and certainly making the playoffs this year. And as a business person here in the community, it's an important part of our profile.
It is, and I like to try to involve the community as much as I possibly can with the business and let them know what's going on using different tools, social media, things of that nature.
Fantastic. Well, it's great to have you with us and great to have you here in town. Obviously, you've been here for a little bit, but nice to meet you. And of course, I know that we'll be seeing you a lot around these parts here at Park City Television, and come back and visit again. I guess the one other thing is, where can folks follow along and find out more about your efforts?
So we do have a Facebook page. It is Mountain Media Entertainment. I also have an Instagram, which is Mountain Media ENT, and we're doing this completely crowdfunding. So I've started the company completely on my own dime, but we're doing crowdfunding. I started a Kickstarter, which you can find at Mountain Media Entertainment. I'm looking to raise $80,000 to bring a couple free shows here to Park City, and I do want to give back. I'm going to be giving back to the Boys and Girls Club, our fire department, our police department, because they work extremely hard. So the money is not just going in vain. The money will be going to operational costs as well as hosting shows here in Park City. I'm going to leave free to the community, bring out the locals, and know that there is local companies trying to give back to the community.
It's good stuff. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for being with us. And I'm sure that we're going to be seeing a lot of one another.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure there'll be plenty of high fives around town.
Absolutely.
As we say, right? Once you meet somebody in Park City, then you find out that you've been running into them all along. So
absolutely.
Great to see you, and thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, Mountain Media Entertainment. Check them out on Facebook. See their Facebook page, and if you see Jose around town, introduce yourself, say hello, and thank him in advance for bringing lots more diversity in entertainment to our community here in Park City. Quick break. We'll be right back.